Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. So good to have you guys back here again. And thank you once again for your continuous and massive support to this channel. God bless you guys. Yes, my people, as always, we're back again with latest and most authentic happenings in the country. Tensions has risen again in Rivers State. We all know that, and within the last 6 months, it's been a roller coaster for Rivers State. We recall how the state of emergency was put in place in Rivers State, and Fubara was told to step aside for a while, but he came back in September. And the people rejoiced. The people that voted for him, they rejoiced. But the one of the major reasons regarding that the tension in the state was as a result of Fubara and the House of Assembly not being on same page. It's coming back again. It's playing out again. And we saw that period before he was suspended, or before he was told to step aside, that some of the House of Assembly members were loyal to the former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, and he had someone on his side. So it was like a power tussle in that state, with Fubara then telling Nyesom Wike to get his hands off the state, that the state belongs to the indigenes, the residents of the state, and not to any political figure or not to any particular person. We saw the power tussle, but Fubara is back. But right now, Fubara is kind of reminding them, that they should tell him the months before the unfortunate incident. So the unfortunate incident was when he was told to step aside, if they've had any week of rest. We'll bring more details into what he has to say, what's going on right now, and how this tension is being dealt with. But before we do, guys, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, click on the like button, and if it's your first time here, you're very, very welcome. Please click on the subscribe button. God bless you. Now into the details of the report. Tension have resurfaced between the Rivers State House of Assembly and Governor Siminalayi Fubara over the alleged neglect of public schools, despite over 600 billion naira reportedly left in state accounts by the former sole administrator, Rear Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired in September 2025. According to The Punch, Fubara reflected on the political crisis that followed his 2023 inauguration, noting that peace only returned after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ended a 6-month emergency rule that had suspended both the governor and the lawmakers. The crisis had stemmed from a feud between his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, and led to the appointment of Ibas as sole administrator following the emergence of rival speakers and the bombing of the assembly complex. Last week, Fubara inspected the under-construction assembly complex, which is expected to host the 2026 budget presentation. However, lawmakers criticized his administration for paying lip service to public education. The House Committee on Education reported deplorable condition at Township School 1 and 2 in Port Harcourt, where one teacher reportedly handles 2 classes simultaneously in a single room. Schools lacked basic amenities, including power, toilets, and security, and vandals had reportedly taken over some facilities. Speaker Martin Amawelu expressed frustration that despite the substantial state funds left by Ibas, public schools remain in a shameful state, and called for urgent attention. In response, Fubara acknowledged the poor state of schools, but said the decay predated his administration. He emphasized that improving education remains a priority and announced that the sector will receive the largest allocation in the 2026 budget. Further talking, he said, "You are all aware of the deplorable state of our school. They did not get that way in 1 month or in 1 year. If you remember, one of the things they used in abusing me when I was campaigning was, 'What are you doing? You say you want to continue. There are no teachers in Eche, Gokana, and other parts of the state. He also said, if you want to be truthful to yourself, if at all we have peace, I can say I had peace only after we came back from emergency. Tell me, have there been any month before that unfortunate incident that we had 1 week of rest? If we recall very well, I can relate with what Fubara is saying, because at that point in time when um, the political crisis was ongoing and the tension and all that was happening in the state, in Rivers State, every news that comes out, every report we get is about Fubara said this, or Wike is responding, or this lawmaker is warning Fubara not to speak regarding their principal in that way. So it was really, really surprising that they left the matter of the state and it was just like dealing with their, should I call it personal issues, because it was between both of them, back and forth. They were going back and forth, allegations, claims, and name callings and all of that. Let's not forget that Wike was like a godfather to Fubara, but it was said, speculations are that Fubara was not ready to dance to the tune of Wike. That was why both of them fell apart, and Wike finally went to pitch his tent in Abuja. But what Fubara is stating here, because as soon as he came back in this September 2025, the lawmakers, they started calling him names and saying that the schools in the state are in a very bad state, to the extent that some classes are being handled by two teachers, and the two classes, they all reside in one room, one single room, and that's not acceptable at all. Very poor. But what he's saying is that since he became governor after the inauguration, that he did not have any rest. There was even no time to do anything for the state. That he's only just had rest after returning from the emergency rule imposed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, that's fair enough, but let's see how all of this will play out. We just hope that they don't continue this tug of war. At least Wike, he has things that are distracting him now. He's currently in Abuja dealing with revoking and giving lands and all of the drama that is going on with him. Fubara is saying that he's pledging to give the state his best, because when he was even campaigning, that he was asked that, what do you want to do for the state? What have you done for the state? And he believes that he's going to do his best for the state. Well, guys, leave us your take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. And please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye for now.